What's up, Vanessa?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right. Um, I didn't know if you were still going to be doing these, so sorry I asked in the Acid
Oh, I
chat.
didn't even see that. And not yet, at least. But yeah, dude. I mean, it's part of what I do anyway. So I'm like, why not? Um, it's fun. Like maybe last time I was doing this, or the time before, I got a call from we kept calling this one broker and she wouldn't answer, and it was crazy. But finally she called me back, and I have, let's see, when did she leave a voicemail? A while ago, I feel. Yeah, she left a voicemail a couple weeks ago, so I gotta find what deals we're working on. So, you know, it's just really it's a talk to people and follow up game.
Yeah.
Um, where were I want to say those were in Tennessee. Like I have to find the deals again. Um, so here, let me see. I will share my screen. Okay. So here's the process, right? For me, it's find deals, talk to people, underwrite, put in Podio for like long-term follow-up. Um,
Is
let's see.
Podio your CRM?
Yeah, yeah. Um, and I mean, like any CRM will work fine. It's just this is the one that I have been using, so I know it. Um, but yeah. Let's see. Um, all right, let's see if we can find some of those deals from this lady. Um, this one I put an offer on, so it's a 420 lot. And we just lower than what they got. Actually, when I was at the mobile home park conference last week, the week before, I think, I was talking to the guy about that. Um, so it didn't work out, but that's okay. Um, so do you have any parks you've been looking at or anything you want to call about?
I did. All I did was a search in Cruxy just for ones in Alabama and in my
Mm-hmm.
area in Florida. But I was because here's the thing, it's like with commercial, I know at least what to talk to or what to ask, you know, brokers. But for mobile
Mm-hmm.
home parks, my knowledge is like negative. Like I don't um when it comes to like what you're underwriting for. I mean, I did go through like the video that you had, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure. I guess I
So
mean yeah, like I'm not really sure how to adapt the script. That's what I'm saying, I guess.
sure. It's similar. It's similar, right? So like I like the quick analyzer because it helps get an idea of like where your expected expense ratio is going to be.
Hmm.
But like those are the big questions. How many lots occupied? How many park owned homes? How many tenant owned homes? What's the water sewer situation? Who owns the roads? Like those are the big questions. And then, just do you have a rent roll you can send? Do you have any financials you could send? So
Okay. So it that is kind of like I guess yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's the norm. So I could ask all the information I need to underwrite basically and then
yeah,
see if
yeah.
it evolves. Okay. Because I don't know, I guess in multifamily like whatever apartments it seemed like at least in some of the calls it seemed like hey, just use the OM and don't bother the broker. Try to underwrite it as much as possible beforehand. And so, okay, that's good to know though, because I don't know
Uh,
if there's going to be an OM.
there's generally OMs on this, especially like Marcus Millichap. Um, I mean, there's two different ways of doing it, right? Like, sure, you can, I I don't really get behind like don't bug the broker. Because I'm like, I want to know the story because like, yeah, I can underwrite based on their numbers, but the story gives me a little better idea on how I can do better, right? So how can I give more money? Oh, the usually the OM is full of it and like exaggerating things. So,
Mhm.
give me the story first. And plus, I mean, it's a human connection, It's maybe I'm not the best buyer for this, but I, hope to do deals like a deal with you in the future. So like you can't replace that, I think you can spend so much time on like behind the spreadsheet, but the the idea of wasting a broker's time, like so I wouldn't go in there with no knowledge, like, yeah, don't waste the broker's time, but also like, tell me the story and send me the rent roll P&Ls if they're not already there. That's a total legitimate thing. What are your
Okay.
thoughts?
Um, so okay, here's then my thoughts then would be how many brokers are sorry, that's my boss. Are mobile home brokers? Are there fewer? Is it more of a niche thing than it would be just regular multifamily?
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
more of a
that's
niche
why,
thing.
okay, so that's why it would be more like the priority would be building that relationship because you're probably going to be working with them in the future.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, same with multifamily, right? So like,
Mhm.
but like definitely same with multifamily. There's so the way I see it, it's like there's realtors, and realtors are like fly by night. Anyone can come in, and there's a million realtors and whatever. But like the good ones will be around. And like I kind of look at it the same way with like brokers. It's like if a broker is getting pissy about just some basic stuff and a little human interaction, like they're in the wrong business because brokers have to hustle. They have like they just do. They talk to a million people to try and get things sold. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I can see both points though. Um, did you say that you're taking Alabama, by the way?
Yes.
Sweet.
Let
Let's look at some
me pull
Alabama
up,
stuff.
yeah.
Hmm?
Let me pull up my
Okay.
computer.
Mm.
I just need a short list.
And you live in northern Florida?
Northwest Florida. So an hour east of Pensacola.
Okay, okay, gotcha. Um, so I don't like any of these because they're small and the
Oh
price is
yeah.
crazy.
Oh, it was.
Uh,
It was like 6 lots, 1.2 million.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 26 lots for 2.1. It's like featured. It's like, yeah, I bet it is. I bet you had to pay for it to be featured. One lot, $100,000 or what? This is 23 lots. What is this craziness? Big infill play. 19 lots for 1.6, 26 for 399. Okay. I mean, the 399 kind of pushes me away because it's like, oh, what is this train wreck you're gonna get into? Um,
Sorry, can you just a
26
second?
licensed
Um,
lots.
yeah, I can put the car seat in.
Okay. Okay. Why is so the expense ratio is low considering it's um so there's what 11 vacants, like partially developed lots, needs electrical 6, and then vacant 5. No, that's 11 total. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, I'm trying to pull you up on my computer, so it's big, but oh, yeah. There were bigger ones, it seemed, in at least at one point in Alabama, but
Mhm.
yeah, oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at this one. Oh, 100,000. I don't even want to look at this one. um,
Gosh, yeah, it's a little embarrassing. So they're actually different ones than I was looking.
then the Crexy ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. They're usually a lot of bleed through from Crexy to mobile home park store, but not always. Um, Revitalize, like
Oh, there
this is
was
an old home. This is an old home, you know.
mhm.
Sorry, go on.
There was one that was combined with an RV and storage lot. It was very expensive though.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you not interested in those?
I like off market. It's like what? Vacant. So that's cool. The vacant park on homes. Um, but I mean, you have to get a deal on it then. They haven't been renovated yet. All homes have new decks. Um, 31 park on home, 2 tenant on home, 3 vacant lots included are 3 houses and 2 road frontage businesses. Ugh. Over 1,000 feet of road frontage on line, whatever. Um, I'm pretty sure that's pretty. Okay.
That's actually pretty close to Dothan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably Dothan, Enterprise, and then Montgomery. The ones that's kind of like the main population areas in southern Alabama.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, that's good. Then, just check out some rent rolls and, so I guess this is a little bit of stuff I do before. It's a protected file. Um, I make sure that I at least have an idea of the property. Okay, whatever. Um, like before calling them. But I mean, I don't go full underwriting, not even close.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So look at gross income. I mean, 25.4, bro. Like unlikely with all those park owned homes. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I need some T12s and stuff like that.
So what you're looking at, this is mobile home park store. Okay. Because a lot of at least when I'm looking at on Prexy, it doesn't have like expense ratios and stuff like that because I guess I need to subtract. But
Wait, say that last part. I don't know why. Like I'm, it's hard to hear you.
oh, sorry. I also have a really soft voice. Um, I guess I haven't subscribed to Crexy. That's why I don't have things like they won't tell me like the expense ratio up front. Uh, it says like
Well,
subscribe to intelligence for full act.
no. You don't have to
I
do
don't have
that.
to
I've
do
got
that.
Crexy.
Okay.
I'm not subscribed. But like, so the mobile home park store says this like specifically here. Crexy, like doesn't really. Um, I mean sometimes, but I take that info that they give me and then I'm like, okay, um, you know, let's go from there. So let's see. Yeah, upgrade now. No, thank you. I'm good. Okay. So let's see. We'll look at one of these as an for example. But I mean, like, so I don't pay for Crexy, but I have like a login and everything. So,
Mhm.
Ponca City. Okay. Oh, this cracks me up if it's the same park. Um, so we were under contract, I think, on this one, and then all of a sudden, it's like all their numbers were different than what they said. Look at that,
Mm,
551 days on market. Oh my gosh.
oof.
Let me just text my friend and be like, let's revisit this. We need a deal. I mean, we don't need a deal, but um, they just updated the correct C listing. Okay, that's fun. That's fun for me. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, so what do they have? Cap rate, bullshit. Occupancy, bullshit. But like, so they have a lot of information, but it's yeah, they don't have an expense ratio. But that's relatively easy to do, to get
Mhm.
an expense ratio. Just look at let's see what they have. Um, okay, let's see due diligence. I thought I already executed this, man. Okay, whatever. So anyway, look, you got all this good PDFs and whatnot. Look, financial
Mm,
statements. Okay, 2020. I don't care about 2020. I care about 23. Okay. So let's go easy, right? Let's just go back to basics. Let's see. Can you see the calculator? I don't know how sharing always works.
there
Yes,
we go.
no.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah.
Now I can see it.
Sweet. Okay. So 161, 888. Actually, no. Oh, look at this. Okay. So let's take their total expenses, 159, 062. I'm guessing there's depreciation expense in there. Oh, only 17,000? Bro, bro. Okay. So you take the total expenses, looking at a P&L like this. You take total expenses, you add back in depreciation because that's a non uh what is it? It's a non-expense, right? It's a paper expense just to make
Mhm.
taxes go lower. So we'll the total expenses 159. Well, actually, we'll subtract the depreciation expense 17,747 minus 17,747 equals 141,315 in actual expenses. And we can just go through this real quick, right? Advertising, sure. Amortization, sure. Um, bank service charges, sure. Software, sure. Labor, sure. Depreciation we already took out. Insurance, yep. Interest expense we'll put back in because that's loan interest. So so we'll subtract 12,249. 12,249. Okay. Meals, whatever. Good. Payroll taxes, sure. Repairs and maintenance, sure. Retirement match, sure. Supplies, sure. Tax. I mean, do they have actual taxes in here? No. So that's an interesting thing. So when we were under contract on this, we found a lot of differences from like what the bank statements were versus the P&Ls. But anyway, doesn't
Mm,
matter, right? So utilities, wages, they have in insurance, but they don't have any taxes, like property taxes. So you'd have to be like, okay, like dig deeper, right? So
mhm.
total expenses per the P&L 129,066 and the gross profit is 161. So 129,066 divided by 161,888. So they're running at like
Oh,
79.7, 80% uh,
oh,
expense ratio, right? So that's
yeah.
why when I was like bullshit, it's like, oh, because like I've seen this before, um, and like NOI is, am I missing something, or is there two parks? So January through November, There might be two parks. I don't remember, but okay. So let's see. Let's see. So that's what they say expense ratio. Oh, they didn't. They didn't. But anyway, so that's 80% expense ratio for that one. Okay, so Ponca City RV. Was there two parks on this? Ponca City RV. Huh. I don't know, dude. Anyway, that's just figuring out, like taking what they say and figuring out. I'm not seeing anything even close to $90,000. I don't know how they came up with that, but also it's been on market for 551 days. So whatever, whatever. It's a game, you know. Let's see. What did Brock say? Brock said, yeah, the broker is hounding me to take another look at it. Said they are majorly motivated. Oh, those are the deals I want to take down. So what do we say? It looks like they have a 79.7% expense ratio for 2023. Ha ha ha. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay. Anyway, so that was just me going back to Crexy, right? Let's go back to Mobile Home Park Store. I like Mobile Home Park Store. It's like simpler, I guess. You know, you just do use the one that you like. So let's call this person. Let's see what's up. $72. Oh, I have this person's number in my phone apparently.
Hello.
Hey, Paul, this is Tim Woodbridge. How are you?
Good, Tim. How are you doing?
Good, man. Good. Looking at your Alabama 36 slots in cohorts, though it's right out of the bigger town.
Tim, hang tight 1 second. Let me just kill this other call.
Yeah, dude, do it. Okay, thanks. Okay, so I could totally just do a quick analyzer on the land, right? So 36 times 0.63. So we got what, 23 occupied, maybe. Okay. Or not. Okay.
Hey, Tim. Sorry about that.
No, man. How that's okay. How have you been, by the way?
I've been good. I've been good, man. How you been?
Good, man. Trying to buy all the mobile home parks.
I'm looking back at my text messages. You must have changed phone numbers.
I didn't, but I don't know if we've texted. I know I called the number on Parks Unlimited on Mobile Home Park Store, and I was like, oh, I've got this number on my phone. So clearly we've talked before.
yeah. I thought we had talked before too, but I'm looking back at my history on this number, and that's why I said I thought maybe you changed numbers or something. Anyhow, yeah. Normally, if we spoken, I would have it in my history. But so, where are you buying parks at? Where are your parks now, Tim?
So I own in the Carolinas and Georgia. I live in Charleston, South Carolina. I got a 118 unit under contract in Tuscaloosa right now. So I'm looking to expand out into Alabama, and I like the South, man. What can I say? I like mobile home parks. I like the South.
I travel out of North Georgia myself.
Oh,
so yeah, I do business primarily in the South.
All right. What town do you live up there?
Do you know where Lake Lanier is?
Yes.
Dawsonville area.
Yes.
Yeah, or Dahlonega. we used to live up in Dahlonega area.
Okay, okay. I mean, I've been around the area. It's beautiful up that way, man.
Yeah, no, it really is. It's gorgeous, kind of out on the outskirts. So we've got a little bit of land up this way, and beautiful home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, so you're just buying and holding right now?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I bought like 7 parks last year, most of them creative. This year I'm buying more like the deals that I have the Alabama deal and a Spartanburg SC deal under contract. And those are all like
So,
more syndicated, raising capital kind of deals, but I just I like buying and making money off parks.
so you're using these equity funds, syndicated equity fund groups.
Um, Not equity fund groups. I'm mostly just, have capital raiser people on my team. Uh, so I haven't gotten to the part where I'm big enough to really utilize funds, but that's always, that's the next step.
So you're raising capital through just friends and family. Is that
So we do 506Bs and 506Cs.
okay? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And what kind of interest are you giving back?
So I look minimum 18% IRR and 2x equity multiple in 5 years. I usually hit more than that, but if I can't hit those, then the deal's not for me.
Okay, that's interesting.
What are you seeing?
Well, my son's got some money out there right now. It's he's getting 14% on his money.
Oh, dang, bro.
One of my good friends has it invested. But most of the deals that I'm buying, I'm putting up my own money, and we're just our company. We go through them. We repair all utilities, infrastructure, homes, landscaping, whatever needs to be done. We get rid of the dead beasts and the junk and the demos, and we'll repair everything, or we'll bring in new homes, whatever it needs, and we'll turn that community back into a real live community.
Nice, nice. Tell me more about that 14% park. What's that look like?
Well, I don't know exactly which park he has it invested in. My buddy buys 100, 200 lot communities all over the United States, well, mostly in the Southeast, I'll say from Kansas down. And he's on my board of our nonprofit as well. So he gives favor to my son, who
Love
has
it.
a little bit of money put away because he had a settlement a long time ago.
Love it.
So he's getting 14% on his money, but
so is that like annual or average annual return?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can beat that. We can beat that generally. With your 2x equity multiple in 5 years, it's more like 20% average. So it's like 8% preferred return, and then average over the 5 years is like 20%. So nice,
right.
dude.
No, that definitely sounds like a great deal for sure. If I was looking for somewhere to park my money, that's what I would do. But what I do, I obviously with our company, our money's doubled in 12 months and such. In most cases, if I can't double my money when I'm from purchase to sell, then it's just not worth it. So that's what we primarily have been doing on just about every deal we looked at and bought and sold.
Nice.
So we did 3 parks last year. We bought them, revitalized them, and resold them. I have about 875 investors in my database, which I blast deals out to primarily, or I'll put them out on a mobile home park store or Craigslist or wherever. So and they get picked up pretty quick because they're really nice deals. And I don't try to get a 6 or 7 cap. My deals are mostly a 9 or 10 cap in most cases because I'm all about turning my deals.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, you got to leave meat on the bone for the next person unless you want to let it sit.
Yeah. So the 36 park I have right now, there's about 32 homes. The rest of them are vacant lots out there, and there's some RV lots, and that there's a little bit of a mixture. But there's about 31, 32 homes out there right now. And we're kind of just blasting through renovating all of the homes as we go. We have, I don't know, I think probably 10 houses left, maybe less. Anyhow, we're just putting our money back into the park and revitalizing it and keep bringing in good people, bringing the rents up to where they need to be, and maxing out everything. So putting tin roofs on all the homes, some new porches and paint, and every home gets new flooring and paint on the inside. And we don't do any appliances in any of the homes. Our homes are renovated, but we don't provide appliances because I'm not in the appliance business, and they rent out for top dollar.
Okay, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And we're right on a main street, 84, leading out of Dothan to Georgia. We have probably over 1,000 feet of road frontage out there. So it's really a great location. It's underneath a beautiful canopy of trimmed up trees and oaks and pines and that type of stuff as well. Nice, clean, brand new gravel road goes throughout. It's a cute little park. I have two businesses out on the front that we rent as well, leased to the businesses. One's an RV shop, and the other is a mechanic shop. But the mechanic, I'm evicting because he's just turned his place into a junk hole. So he's on his way out, and we'll clean all that up, and then it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. How are the septics doing? Any issues?
I've had one pumped out. When you buy old communities like that, most of the time everything's been neglected and such. So I repair them as I go. If we have problems, if we need field lines, whatever we need, we'll pump or repair field lines. But as it is right now, honestly, I've had one pumped because it was giving me problems, and I'm probably going to put extend my field lines on it. Otherwise, I really haven't had any problems. Because in that area, the soil is conducive enough to where it drains well.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I have another park also you might be interested in too. It's a 44 lot park. It's about 5 minutes away. Honestly, we're renovating it as well. We're bringing about 20 brand new homes in it. So it would make a nice little package deal.
Yes, yes.
So
I'm more interested now.
Half the park is tenant owned homes, and the other half will be park owned.
Okay.
And like I said, 17 to 20 new homes in there are planned to go in there right now. I've got about 12 being delivered this week.
Who are you buying homes from?
I get this from Legacy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet, dude. When are you planning on having that one ready to sell?
Well, we're just kind of working on it as we go. These deals can be, even though we're not finished with them completely, we can work up a deal to where I finish them out and you still buy them. I like for the parks to be right, although I would sell them as is. But it sounds to me like you got your hands pretty full. You actually need a company like mine to finish out some of these deals, I would imagine. It's nice to be able to buy them with upside, but you have to have competent and reliable, knowledgeable people to finish them out for you. So, I mean, if you wanted these two deals, we could work it out and work it into where I'll just finish them out. So there'll be nice communities when we're finished, and all you have to do is just continue running them.
Love it, dude. I love it. Yeah. I mean, everyone can win in this game. That's what I love about it.
Absolutely. It's a great, and you know what? It's a relationship game too. It's all about just doing the right thing for everyone.
Oh yeah. I mean, shoot, do the right thing because that's how I sleep best at night. And then all of a sudden good things come back to me, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We go, and it's not about us so much. It's about the community. It's about the people. So, that's why I put new decks on homes and paint homes that don't even belong to me. You go into these communities, these people own their own home and such. And so you pressure wash the home, paint their home, put a new deck on the front, put a tin roof, maybe in some cases, and make everybody happy.
What have you seen expense ratio wise for some of these older homes that y'all are renovating? Because it sounds like you're doing a really good job.
Well, all of that's CapEx anyways. So once that's it's done, it's done.
Mm,
But as far as operational,
mhm.
my expense ratio, I'm keeping it at around 30% or less.
Okay.
But in most cases, because now if I had a 100 lot community, it might be 35%. But in these smaller 50 and less, it's running about 20 to 30%.
Okay. So you're putting the front end work into the homes and making sure that they're good, so they're not nickel and diming you.
Right. It's not my cat. It's not. Yes. To answer your question, yes. All my HVAC, all of the HVAC systems are gone through. I have a great HVAC guy. He makes everything work. He replaces compressors, condensing units, whatever needs to be replaced, motors, thermostats, everything. So everything's up and running when I'm done with it. So, but to go back to the operating expenses, I put everything back on the tenant. All the water, if it has a master meter, the tenants are paying $20 to $25 a month on the water. Other than that, most of the cases I just have security lights in my name.
Smart, dude.
So,
Smart.
sanitation. If there's a dumpster when I buy it, I turn it over, and everyone pays their own trash and they get a trash can. I minimize all of the expenses as much as possible.
Dude, love it.
And
You're killing it.
I stay up on everything. If there's bugs, I've got a great bug guy. I don't let anything deteriorate at all. And that's just the way you have to do it.
Yeah.
I've run some companies. The buddy I was just telling you about, I used to run his company. I used to be the COO of it. And these are big time investors. And that's just the way they do it. If you're going to have park-owned homes, you just maintain them and you maximize your rents. And if you maintain them, over time, you minimize your expense ratios because you've done a good job at that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be running slums.
Right, exactly. So that's why we put tin roofs on everything, and we're putting new porches, and we put new flooring and new paint. And that's also why I don't provide appliances, because I don't want to be in that business. I'm providing a home. You can bring your own appliances.
Love it, dude.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, I'm going to be down there this week. If you wanted to come by, I'd love to show you the place.
Oh man, I wish I could, but I'm going to be up in Spartanburg on that other deal that we got going. Let me how about I'll send you an email and keep me up to date. Send me what you can on the other park too. I'd love to take both of them down. I'm at least 3-4 times more interested in taking both of them down than just taking this one smaller down by itself.
Yeah, and I can see that too. Send me your email, Tim, your contact info, and I'll send you a little bit of some pictures and that type of stuff so you can see what's going on.
All right.
We can talk more, okay?
That sounds great, Paul. Appreciate you, man.
See you, man. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That's it. That's all you do. And then you just follow up. And then I'm going to send, let's see. So thanks so much for the conversation today. Period. I look forward to working with you. Period. Love how much y'all are killing it. So I'll say, please send any info on the Dothan, Alabama parks. What do I want to say? Vanessa, I'm going to include you in this because I'm going to forget otherwise. I don't think I have your number. What is your number?
Oh, okay. It's area code 325 939
939
6193.
6193. 993. So thanks for this so much. I look forward to talking, working with you. I love how much y'all are killing it. Please send any info in the Dothan, Alabama parks. I'm including my partner Vanessa in this text as we'd be looking at taking it down together. That is all. Okay. I was gonna be like, just wait and like CC you and all that, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna forget. He's gonna email me stuff and I'm gonna forget. So cool.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah.
What is the, oh yeah, it's your text. What is the benefit of buying if he's gonna come do everything already? Like, what would you do differently if you were to buy the park and he's already raised the rents and he's already like done all the CapEx? Like, why?
You'd have
Would
to buy it at the right number, to be honest. So it's all like comes down to numbers, right? So it's gonna be okay, like there's no value add because the value add's been done.
Mhm.
But if we could get it at a, like, he's leaving some meat on the bone. So like I would take both of these and I would throw it into the full analyzer and see like what number do we need to get it at, or like what strategy do we need to get it at to get that minimum 18% IRR and 2x equity multiple in 5 years. So, and it's quite possibly like, it's quite possible these aren't for us, right? These are very likely for people that are like, we just got a lot of money to place. We want this pretty nice 9% return, whatever. So it's quite possibly not going to be for us. Maybe you put it through the full analyzer and to get those minimum things, you need this for 1.2 or maybe less. And then it's like, okay, that doesn't make sense to him. It doesn't make sense to us. No harm, no foul. I hope you get your price. On to the next one.
Okay. What was he talking about? Equity funds. What was that?
So an equity, like a fund is when people pool all their money together. So similar to like a syndication, but it's like we place it with like an expected return, right? So it can be a lot of different things. Like all these people put, $100 million into one fund, and then the fund buys all these different assets. And so it's like a blended, like you, instead of $100,000 in one deal, you have $100,000 in all these deals. So it's, less risk, and it's just a different way of raising capital.
That's like the REITs, like the rates?
Not quite REITs.
Okay.
So a REIT is more, to the best of my knowledge, like it's something traded on the stock market. So it's so like it's you're buying shares in it.
Okay.
Like you'd buy a stock. Whereas with like a fund, it'd be more like, okay, I'm putting $100,000 in, and like these are the expected returns. So I know funds in terms of like, there's a local company called Rehab Wallet, and they're a local hard money lender, and they have two sides. Like they have passiveinvesting.com, which is all their fundraising. They pool people's money in, and then they lend it out through Rehab Wallet. I mean, passiveinvesting.com does other things too, but then they lend it out. So they'll promise 8% returns to their investors, to the fund side, and then they'll lend it out at like 14%. So they'll make that 6% spread.
Gotcha. Wow. That's a lot. Okay.
It's totally, there's so many different things, and it's like above my head. So that's why I was like, no, I'm not there yet. Like I'd like to be there. So that might be like what this deal's for, right? So like you get the 9%, and you got like a fund, and you're giving people whatever, 5-6%. I don't know. It's above my head, but I'm always learning.
Interesting. That's interesting he asked you about that too, because I'm obviously you have the 100% years of experience in this, and the properties to back it up. So when he's asking you those questions, because he's trying to learn as much about you as you are about him. And
Totally.
you're like, hey, yeah, I got these ones. This is what I do. This is the returns that I'm expecting, out of my deals. And
Yeah.
that was, yeah. Okay, Tim, I need to go to like every single one of these every single week.
But it's okay. So the biggest thing is being honest and being genuine. You can't replace that. So if you don't know, I don't know. Are you doing funds? I'm not. I'd like to someday, maybe in the next few deals, but who knows? So like, do I have experience with that? No. If like I was new and I was partnering with someone, said, "Do you have experience with that?" I say no, but my partner does. So, yeah, it's just talking about different things. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of interesting stuff he has to say. I don't know. You should text in that email chain, say like, please CC me in all the stuff you send Tim, and then
Okay,
put your
yeah.
email. Do it now.
Yes, before I forget too.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Paul.
Yeah. It's Paul Picard. Pickard.
Not like Star Trek Picard.
Yeah, like Jean-Luc Picard. Yes, I'm glad we both could nerd out for a second. That's
I'm a
perfect.
huge Trekkie. We watch Star Trek every day.
Yeah. Okay, I dig that, dude. That's good stuff. The Next Generation is obviously the best.
I know.
Obviously.
It is. I am one of those crazy people that loves Enterprise too, though.
I haven't watched Enterprise. I've watched The Next Generation, and then I watched some of the original, but mostly The Next Generation. And then my grandma was all into like Deep Space Nine and stuff
Oh,
like that.
Deep Space Nine is fantastic. You should watch it. It's so good.
Oh geez, what have you seen Three Body Problem?
Mm-mm.
Bro, dude. Okay, it's so you like sci-fi, you like nerdy, so
Yeah.
I think you'd
Pretty
really
much.
like, yeah, Three Body Problem on Netflix. It was a book. I think it was written in like 07,
Okay.
or released in 07 or whatever. It's really, really good. The book was hard for me to really get into, but the show makes all the hard nuance to get into like really amazing. And like the cast is amazing, the way it's done. It's by, oh, I forget the name of the guy, one of the guys who did Lost, which I loved Lost.
Mhm. My husband
And
watches.
it's a good one. Yeah. um but yeah, Three Body Problem.
Okay.
It's very, very good sci-fi.
I just Googled it, so I'm gonna put that on my watch
Love it,
list.
love it.
All right. Hey,
Okay,
Paul, when I
let's,
send you via text, please CC me on any
yeah,
emails.
yeah.
Keep writing.
And that just keeps like things in order because I need help. Like I focus on some main things, but like the point of me doing like the mobile home acquisition stuff is like is for other people to take lead, because like I can guide, but man, I need help. I need help, and I want to take all the deals down. So
Yeah. Okay. There has like at some point, yes, I'm probably gonna batch the first few just because obviously my background is residential. So you even asking about the septics, it's like, I mean, I can use the analyzer as like a kind of a guide to be like, what should be on my radar, but that's something that I wouldn't necessarily think about, first
yeah,
off,
yeah.
more often. Um, yeah, and the meters. Well, and you guys, and that's the thing, like you make it look so easy because you're just talking.
That's it. Because I have the experience. That's the only reason it's easy.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, lean on other people's experience. So um I, you know, if you're looking at something and you're like, oh, here's this good deal, and then I look at it, I'm like, oh, like, but ask this, ask about the septics, ask about the wastewater treatment plant, ask about the lagoon, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, obviously you don't know, you're not supposed to know because you don't have the time. So, but like, you can lean on me and my experience, and, lean on other people. And like, yeah, that's the thing, man. We can all do well together. Like I was telling him.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, don't feel dumb for not knowing things. Just like, so I was talking, I think I was talking to Jen last night about this. Um, like, what I am appreciative of in myself is that I can be curious about things and like generally not feel dumb. Like just be curious. If I don't know, that's fine. Sometimes I feel dumb and like it gets in the way of me asking genuine questions, but usually I'm like, I don't fucking care. I don't need to know all the answers. Like I don't. And so like I'll ask questions, and sometimes I'll ask questions that I probably know the answer to just to get confirmation. So yeah.
So I guess if I were to approach this, I could be like, so that conversation would be like, hi, Paul, I'm calling about this 36 unit in near Dothan. My name is Vanessa. I work with partners, namely Tim Woodbridge. He has parks in blah, 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 blah. And
Me and my partners have 9 parks,
okay.
yeah. In the
Yeah.
Carolinas and Georgia, and got some more under contract in Alabama. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so then he'll start like, is there, I think I've seen before like your list of properties and the equity that you own in each of them. I think there's a spreadsheet somewhere. So just to
Yeah.
become familiar with it. If he starts asking me specifics, I'm not gonna know. And so
Yeah,
then
that's
that's
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
So then it'd be like,
I don't
hey,
know. I'll ask him.
I'm not an operator, so I actually work in acquisitions.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not yet an operator. I'm looking to get into it, but we're looking to acquire more, so I can take lead on things.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, this is helpful for me to like say verbally instead of just in my head.
Yeah, totally, dude. Totally. You got to get it out. Don't let it ping in your head. It'll just be back and forth, and it just sits in the fucking darkness in your head. It helps to get it out into the light and be like, this is what I don't know. And it's like, oh, yeah, okay. Let's talk about that. So,
So yeah, and I'd probably say like, we're looking for, obviously the range of lots, but also the IRR and the equity multiplier.
yeah, yeah. I'm looking for this IRR, 18 plus IRR and 2x equity multiplier in 5 years for my investors. That's my minimum criteria. If I can't get it here, that's totally cool. But like, I got to treat my people right. So,
Okay.
because it's true. If you don't, like, how am I going to raise capital if it's not like a solidly like conservative estimate that you're going to get a good return, Like I saw someone, they're like, I saw a deal, it's like 13% IRR. I'm like, who's going to do that? Who's going to do that shit? Like I can get, no risk a return on my money for like a decent amount. So it's like, people talk about the change in interest rates and stuff like that, and it's just, you have to adjust for it, right? So like, because interest rates are higher, that means that you can get a high interest savings account for 4 to 5%, so with zero risk. So if you can get zero risk, if your rate is going up there, then for risk they'll be expecting more return. So like, no longer are the days of whatever, the 13% IRR bullshit, because money's cheap. So it's like riding the wave, right? It's like, okay, what environment am I in? What are investors expecting? And how can I solve for X?
Let's see. Oh, he texted back.
Did he?
Yeah, I just saw a thumbs up.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Love it, love it, love it.
So yeah,
Cool.
thank you so much. Like I love this. It is so new to me. I love learning new things too. So like I'm just like, ooh, what about this? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I do feel a little, I'm trying to orient my brain around it where it's just a little bit different, which is fine. It's really good though.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad you came. I do this anyway, so I'm doing my best to provide value in any way I can. I do like mobile home parks, obviously. Um, yeah, so thank you so much for coming. Have you seen or read oh man, now I forgot the name of the movie. It's like one of my favorites, sci-fis. It came out in the last few years, 10 years maybe. Based on a short story by Ted Chiang. Um, oh my gosh, this is gonna kill me. Okay, okay.
All right, Google will
Yeah,
know.
let's see, let's see. Um, Arrival's the name of it. I've remembered it before.
Is that the one? Wait, they made a movie out of it?
Hmm.
Nicole
So
Kidman and
no, the Amy Adams, who looks like Nicole Kidman.
oh yeah. I loved that
With
movie.
yes, yes, oh, though that's the kind of sci-fi that I'm into.
Like the
Like
rainy
sure,
kind. Yep.
yeah. But like also, I mean, it's so like I say, good sci-fi is amazing because it like has an interesting spin on like how human things are,
Mhm.
how like
Oh, I loved that
emotional
one.
that is. Yeah.
And it
Good short stories too. He writes really good if you haven't read his stuff.
interesting. Okay.
Ted Chiang.
I
Hmm?
didn't know that was named. I didn't know that was based off of a short story.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoyed that one. I have actually started reading that, or not reading, but like listening to that book by the FBI negotiator.
Oh, Chris Voss?
Yeah. No, I've actually been enjoying that because it's like I'd be driving, like picking up my kids from school, and he's like, and then the FB and the NYPD chief started drilling a hole in at the worst time. And I was like, oh, like
Yeah,
listening to
yeah,
these like
yeah.
really intense stories.
Yeah, oh for sure.
Uh,
I like that book. I like him. He's, because it's all about like understanding. It's all about listening. And it's, like it's all about creating those. I mean, yeah, sure, never split the difference because you don't want to, 50% of the people to end up dead, but it's not like he's like, man, I have to win as much as it's like I need to understand this person. I need to have that tactical empathy. So
mhm. It's really interesting. I mean, like the different tones of voices. It's like only use the direct voice if you really want to blow it up. Like
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm enjoying it. But
Late night radio DJ voice. Yeah.
yes. It's like, ooh, I definitely will be using this. Just test it out on my husband first.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Mirroring, be like, oh, you want to do that right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's good stuff.
Good
All right,
times.
well, I gotta go run to the bank myself, but again, glad you were here. Let me
Mhm.
know if there's anything you need from me.
Thank you, Tim. And I will try to do these. My baby normally naps around this time, but this worked out that he was not here. So,
Gotcha. That's why you're quiet. I'll put my headphones on next time so I can hear better.
oh no, it's okay. No, my parents took him, but normally he naps. So I might just have headphones in, just listening in on calls on sometimes.
Oh, that works too. That works too. Cool, cool.
Thanks, Tim.
Well, yeah, you have a good rest of your day.
Take care, you too.